Bring it a blazing.
Hey, Mr. Treasurer.
How are you, sir?
Doing great. You?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to have you here.
What a beautiful day.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, welcome to another ride with our friends from Astorg Auto and Discover UC. Thanks for joining me, Larry.
Oh, fantastic. What a great opportunity. Again, on such a beautiful, beautiful day.
Yeah, amazing. And across from such a pristine campus, huh?
UC campus is absolutely gorgeous. My wife and I, Lisa and I, we drove by just, I guess on Sunday, and we were noticing how beautiful everything looks.
Yeah, our guys do a great job, especially in the run-up to commencement, which will
Yes.
be happening in just a couple weeks. So.
Of course, one evening last week, they had the big volleyball tournament out there. So, yeah, we saw lots of kids out there having fun.
Yeah, they definitely take advantage of the outdoors when the weather is accommodating. So, yeah, I'm kind of curious. Your career began in public accounting, right?
Yes, sir.
So why did you choose that career track as you were kind of thinking about what to study in college and after graduation? And would you recommend it for today's students?
Sure. So a little bit of funny story. So I grew up in a family sawmill business. So granddad, a couple uncles, my dad, cousin, and then me. And so the idea was I was going to go to work in the sawmill business, and at some point, it got to be too much family after I got out of high school. And so a family friend offered me a job at an accounting firm. My first year at West Virginia Tech, first semester at West Virginia Tech. But she said in order to get that, and of course I said yes, it wouldn't matter what that job was, anything to get me out of the family business. And she said, it's accounting, you have to change your major to accounting. So I changed my major to accounting. Didn't tell my family for a while. But really found that I had a knack for it, that I absolutely loved the accounting, the studying of accounting. I got it, and then in a job, I realized that that was something I had a gift for. So I worked all the way through college, all 4 years at West Virginia Tech at a local CPA firm here in Charleston. Stayed with them until I was probably 31 or 32. Stayed in the profession for another 10 years. But it's a phenomenal profession. There's so many directions you can go with it, whether you work in a CPA firm, you work in industry, you work in government. It really is a ticket to do a lot of different things in life. We don't have enough accountants, enough CPAs, so you're in demand. You get a really good wage for it. And I love it. I loved helping clients. I loved helping people build their businesses, grow their businesses. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we've continued to recommend it to students today because it's a great way to start your career. And even if your aspiration is not to become a controller or a CFO, or become a partner in a public accounting firm, just kind of understanding how the money flows within an organization is so critical.
Great training, which I still use to today.
So fast forwarding, you later operated and grew one of the largest skilled care organizations in the state of West Virginia. So what motivated you to get into the healthcare industry, kind of a little different from the sawmill business?
Well, it really is. Somewhat of a similar happenstance. You can see these paths when you look back, but you can't see them at the time. But I had a client that I helped get in the healthcare business, and there were 3 partners, and so I got them started, and they did really well for about 10 years. They walk in the office one day, I'm still doing CPA stuff, and they say they're going to sell. This is how much they're going to get, and they want to know how much taxes they owed. It was a Friday. I remember it was a Friday. I worked on that all weekend and determined they were selling way too low. And so then I go and try to talk them into not selling, but 2 of the 3 were done. They wanted out. So I talked one of the owners into staying in, bringing me in as a partner, and that's how I got started. And then after I did it for a while, I realized it wasn't a business as much as it was a calling. Basically, we took care of elder care, we took care of the older folks, and they just stole my heart. And so we did skilled care, rehab care, home health care, hospice care, just anything related to elderly. Did it for 20 years, and it's just an absolute blessing.
From accounting to healthcare, and now this next stage of your career has been involved in public service. So that's really become a calling for you. How do you feel you're able to contribute to making West Virginia a better place to live, a better place to work, and a better place to study?
Well, I call public service, it's kind of my retirement job. and but I'm not ready to retire. It's really all about giving back. It's trying to use all my life experiences to try to influence government about doing things in a better way, a less intrusive way, and it's just fighting for West Virginians. Most West Virginians are, they're shopping today at Dollar General and Walmart. Not, they probably like to shop at somewhere better, but we have one of the lowest per capita incomes in the country, and we have to really work hard to do everything we can for West Virginians. And so that's what gets me up in the morning, is to help that person that lives in Boone County or McDowell County or even Eastern Kanawha Valley, where I'm from, and to give them the opportunities. And most people just want jobs. They want their children to be able to stay in the communities. And so they want opportunities. They don't want a handout. They just want opportunities. And so that's what I love to do, and I love to work towards it. I like to talk about issues, but I'm not a real confrontational person, but I do like to try to get people to look at things from a little different perspective. And since I have a private sector perspective versus a government perspective, I generally get a lot of curious looks when I bring stuff up.
Yeah, I bet. What has you the most excited about the state's future?
I think that I go two or three ways. The more I'm with young, either students or 20-year-olds, they're so bright, and they just have a really fantastic way of looking at things. So that this new generation coming up, they're so much more talented. They're so much more intelligent than my generation. So I can't help but get excited about that. West Virginia is situated, we are a fossil fuel state, whether it's coal, whether it's oil, whether it's natural gas, and even some of the minerals that are kind of coming out. We have such great opportunities sitting here, and that is absolutely going to give us the base over the next decades and decades of a lot of investments, a lot of jobs in West Virginia. And with all the new stuff coming related to the need for power, electricity, the data center stuff, we're situated. We're going to do so much in West Virginia. And then what we have to do is we have to continue to diversify the economy, just to make sure that we're just not all fossil fuel, right? That we get the new cores and the Form Energies and the Timents of the world coming into West Virginia. So we're not just, we just don't have one thing that we're trying to do, which is really part of West Virginia's future. Past, if you go back, we were just all hooked to coal. Coal had a good year, we had a good year. They didn't, we didn't. So the diversification part's really, really important. And then just from culturally, Americans have rediscovered the outdoors. And what better place can you be to rediscover the outdoors? What we have in West Virginia, you have to go to the Rocky Mountains to find. And a few months ago, I had the blessing, although it might have been poor planning, to be in Preston County and have to be in White Sulphur Springs the next day. So I drove from Preston County to Canaan Valley, to Seneca Rocks, to Cass, to White Sulphur Springs. You've got to go to Colorado for that drive. And so we have so much going on outdoors and tourism. There's so many great things to do in West Virginia, and that's why we're seeing people move back to West Virginia to just participate in what we have, and it's just next door. So West Virginia's best days are absolutely ahead. Really excited about it. We just got to make sure to, as Senator Justice would say, we just need to make sure we don't shoot our legs off when we do everything we can to keep West Virginia moving forward.
There you go. Yeah, I loved seeing the posts that you and Lisa shared about your journey through all the West Virginia waterfalls.
Oh,
that was amazing.
Yeah, we've lived here all my life, and of course we really want to do it. So there's 43 waterfalls all around the state of West Virginia. Some of the parks are the areas we've been to, but we hadn't been to that particular waterfall. So what a great way to experience West Virginia, because it's more than the waterfall, it's more than the hike. It's the restaurants and the diners and the little shops and the dirt roads and sometimes the overnights. I mean, it was just absolutely fantastic. And so our next journey is to visit all the state parks. I think we got about 40 of those. And we haven't been to all of them. We've been to a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But again, it's just a way to really enjoy West Virginia and also learn more about West Virginia. And in today's world with MapQuest and all that, it's much easier to do. I don't know how we'd have done it back in the day.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's great to do that so intentionally because you're kind of so much more focused and getting so much more out of it. And one of my first exposures to West Virginia when I was probably in college was a recommendation from a friend to go visit Blackwater Falls and do that hike through all the waterfalls, and got my motorcycle and came on down and camped out there and had a great time.
We can't beat it.
Amazing.
Yeah, you just can't beat it. It's beautiful.
Well, Larry, I really appreciate everything that you're doing for the state to make it a better place for all of our students and our employees. We love it here, and it wouldn't be this way if we didn't have kind of dedicated, passionate people bringing their expertise to make the state such a shining star. So thank you very much. I appreciate
Thank you,
it.
sir. Take care.